everyone, and welcome to the Speaking of Anime channel. I'm your host, Krista, and this past month I was thinking to myself, what are some really weird animes that I could watch in celebration of 4/2020? And while I looked, I realized I wanted to share what I was finding with anyone else who wanted to see it, anyone else who was on the same quest. So here it is, my top 20 list of some of the weirdest animes out there in celebration of this past month, 4/2020.
Some people see the galaxy as a giant river of milk, and all these stars are like drops of oil floating in a sea of milk.
Number 20. Night on the Galactic Railroad. Based on the 1927 novel written by Kenji Miyazawa, Night on the Galactic Railroad is a drama mystery film steeped in fantastic visuals, but unlike the original book, most everyone from this movie is a cat. We follow the journey of a young outcast boy named Giovanni who lives at the edge of town with his sick mother. It is the night of the town's Festival of Stars, and after roaming the town, Giovanni finds himself daydreaming on top of a hill. While stargazing, he notices a steam train coming in his direction. After boarding the train, he realizes that his best friend Campanella is also on board. The pair sets out to see where the train will take them, and encounter many other strange passengers along the way that force them into existential situations. Are they traveling through space? Are they traveling through time? Or maybe they're dead.
何人もの女の方とお付き合いなさったとか。
はい、すいません。
お子さんもいらっしゃって。
まあ。
養育費はちゃんと払ってらっしゃるの？私のお友達でね、シングルマザーで、それは苦労なさった方がいるの。
Number 19. Seco Boys. Recent art graduate Miki Ishimoto is looking forward to her first day as an entertainment manager. Excited to work with a brand new idol group, Miki is surprised when she finds out the boy band members are statues? Comprised of 4 members, St. Giorgio, Mars, Hermes, and Medici, these Greco-Roman busts are known as the Rockies.
を切るということは原型殿の心を切ること。2つに分かたれた心を1つとし、あなたが最初からなかったものとしたかったあなたの本心を。
Number 18. Mononoke. Traveling across feudal Japan, a nameless wanderer known as the Medicine Seller is on a mission to exorcise and slay the evil spirits that attach themselves to a person's negative emotions, also known as Mononoke. But before he can unsheath his exorcism sword, he must learn all he can about these spirits. The supernatural psychological horror of this plot is accompanied by a great use of color and texture, making the whole experience unsettling.
Wait, I don't really want to right now.
Don't worry, you will.
Huh?
Number 17. Dead Leaves. After waking up naked on Earth with amnesia, Pandy and Retro go off on a devastating crime spree in downtown Tokyo, searching for clothes, food, and transport. And, a whole bunch of crazy chase scene animation later, they are eventually captured by the authorities and are sent to the infamous lunar penitentiary, Dead Leaves. After learning the darker secrets of the facility, Pandy and Retro and their fellow inmates organize a prison break. If you are looking for a comedy with intense animation, this is the show for you. Number 16. Choo Barranco. In the psychiatric ward of Iraba General Hospital, many patients suffer from varying ailments and look to the director of the hospital's son, Dr. Ichiro Iraba, for answers. Unfortunately for them, Dr. Iraba is childish, unsympathetic, and enjoys giving nonsensical advice just as much as he enjoys tormenting his patients with mysterious injections. Based on the short stories written by Hideo Okuda, this anime adaptation has an intense aesthetic. Going between real footage and animation almost constantly, it really makes you feel like you are one of the patients.
お前ら背も小さいしちょうどいいわ。アイドルやれよ。はい。
Number 15. Backstreet Girls, Goku Dolls. After yet another major failure to their boss, 3 Yakuza goons, Kentaro, Ryo, and Kazuhiko, are forced to make a decision. Either commit seppuku and have their organs sold, or get gender reassignment surgery and train to become pop idols. Choosing to live, the 3 make their debut as the idol group, the Goku Dolls, and strive to become #1 under the abuse of their boss.
の者このごちそう殿が賞味なされた後揃うてたっぷりと味わうがよい。
Number 14. Belladonna of Sadness. The next entry on this list is a lot more serious and dark, but with its extraordinary psychedelic visuals, it's hard to not recommend this title. Based on the novel Belladonna by Jules Michelet, this not-rated film takes place in medieval France soon after the witch trials had occurred. We follow the story of newlyweds Jean and Jean. On their wedding night, Jean is taken by a local baron and forced into a violent ritual deflowering with him and his men. Jean escapes, but is haunted by what happened to her. As the couple tries to heal, the baron destroys both of their lives, getting them banished from their village. After this, Jean makes a pact with the devil to get revenge and take back her home.
国を作ったら何をしたいですか？重税、発生、支配、弾圧。心のケアが必要ですね。
Number 13. Humanity Has Declined. This show was actually the anime that we reviewed on our podcast for this past month. And speaking of, we host a podcast live on this channel every single month. There are 4 of us: Mark, myself, Krista, Immunity Zero, and Daisy. And every month we review the first season of an anime and we review an anime movie. We announce every podcast what we're going to be reviewing for the next month so that anyone can join in and discuss it with us, live in the chat, because we do it live. You guys can come check it out anytime you want. We love new people, and we also keep our podcast up on the channel for anyone who wants to watch it after. So I hope you guys come and say hi sometimes, and maybe you could give us a good suggestion for something to watch. Maybe we missed something on this list and you want to give us a good suggestion. So, all right, without anything else, now get back to the countdown. In the far distant future, humanity has declined. So much so that electricity and food is sparse. The world is drastically different all over, and not just with technology, but also with education and fortune. However, during this decline, a species of sweets-loving magical fairies appear and seem to be thriving. In efforts to help understand and coexist with the new human race, our main character's job is as a mediator between the humans and the fairies. Now, don't let how boring that description sounds fool you. This is one of the strangest animes I have ever seen, and I personally give it an 8 out of 10. There is always something new to see in the show, and I can guarantee that you will never be bored with the plot or the animation. Number 12. XL Saga. Wanting to conquer the world so he can fix the world he believes to be corrupt, Il Palazzo and his officers, Excel and Hyatt, form the secret organization Across and set their sights on a realistic goal for their beginning: take over the city of Fukuoka. But between the city security, humanoid robots, aliens invading from outer space, the great will of the macrocosm interfering, and even the creator of the series interrupting them, the likelihood of them accomplishing their mission is slight. A personal favorite from my childhood, this anime is based on the manga written by Koshi Rikdo and will leave you confused and laughing with each and every episode.
We're dancing. You're not the greatest because I am the greatest. No, we're both great. Okay, wow! Ooh!
Number 11. Space Dandy. This space opera follows the life of the slick alien hunter, Space Dandy.
He's a dandy guy in space.
On the search through the galaxy for rare aliens, Dandy and his crew, a robot assistant QT and an alien cat named Meow, are not very quick-witted, but still manage to make a name for themselves, all while rocking a slick pompadour and wardrobe.
So tell me, are you kids on your fucking way home from school or something like that? Fuck, why don't you two buy a fucking hot dog from me, Mr. Kohei?
Number 10. Magical shopping arcade Abenobashi. In Osaka, 2 childhood friends, 12-year-old Satoshi and Arumi, are soon to be separated due to the closing of Abenobashi Shopping Arcade that houses their family's businesses. Just as they were feeling their lives crumble, something strange happens and they are teleported through a portal into what seems like an abstract parallel version of their own world. Now, roaming this unfamiliar yet familiar Abenobashi, the 2 discover the real truth about their past.
Linked to the boards, huh? There's just no way they could do that.
Number 9. Death Parade. Most of us imagine that when we die, our deeds will be judged, and that we will be sent to either heaven or hell. Well, in this place, there is neither. After death, people are sent randomly in pairs to a bar to play a game that will determine their fate. They will either be reincarnated or cast to the void. Through playing games like billiards or air hockey or darts, the recently deceased contestants will be brought through what happened in their lives to get them here, and will be judged by their bartender.
We're all talking about what a slamming body you have, so perk up and stop being embarrassed! Rip your clothes off and get naked!
Number 8. Kill la Kill. After her father is murdered, Ryuko searches for clues to avenge his death. Following her only lead, the other half of her father's invention, the scissor blade, Ryuko is led to the prestigious high school, Honnouji Academy. More specifically, to the student council president, Satsuki. Now Ryuko must fight through Satsuki's underlings, the Elite Four, to get the information she needs. Equipped with special uniforms known as Goku uniforms that grant the wearer superhuman abilities, the Elite Four attempt to take Ryuko down. But to their surprise, she is also armed with the help of a rare and sentient Kamui, known as Senketsu. With the ability to use powers of her own now, Ryuko battles her way through the school and learns the truth of what happened to her father. Number 7. Mind Game. Young aspiring manga artist Nishi stumbles upon his childhood love Mion one day on the subway. Already feeling like a loser, he is stunned to hear that she is engaged. After meeting her fiancé, however, they have a deadly encounter with two Yakuza that will change the course of their relationship and the course of Nishi's life altogether. After refusing fate and heading to heaven and back, Nishi ventures out in a psychedelic journey of self-discovery and romance. Number 6. Paprika. Directed by legend Satoshi Kon, this film is often referred to as one of the craziest and best anime movies out there. In the near future, a new psychotherapy device called the DC Mini has been invented, giving the user the ability to see into a patient's dreams and even treat them using their dreams. This revolutionary technology could be the window into the psyche that doctors have always wanted. But before the project can be greenlit for the public, a prototype is stolen. Now, the team's head, Dr. Atsuko Chiba, must help fight the onslaught of psychological terrorism with the help of her team and her alter ego, Paprika. Number 5. The Tatami Galaxy. When a nameless second-year student from Kyoto University finds himself at a ramen stand late one night, his entire life is changed when a stranger, claiming to be a god of matrimony, brings up his past few years. Thinking of the miserable time he had spent with his only friend Ozu, and regretting never having asked out an underclassman named Akashi, our protagonist suddenly finds himself hurtling through time and space and reliving his past over again, making different decisions to try and win his love. Number 4. Genius Party and Genius Party Beyond. From a bird creature walking in a desert to a girl who summons a boy from another dimension, these two anthologies, originally meant to be released as one, include 12 short bizarre films in total, with directors including Masaki Yuasa, Shoji Kawamori, Shinichiro Watanabe, and Mahiro Maeda. You're sure to experience some of the most profoundly artistic shorts from Japan. Number 3. Pop Team Epic. Adapted from a 4-panel surreal comedy webcomic, this parody show follows the exploits of two high school girls named Papuko and Papimi. Mostly consisting of various skits steeped in pop culture references and unexpectedly changing animation styles, this show is a wild ride and definitely deserves a top spot on this countdown. Number 2. Cat Soup. Our number 2 slot goes to this short experimental film directed by Tatsuo Sato, who was inspired by the work of the manga artist known as Nekojiro. Her name a portmanteau of Neko meaning cat and Shiro meaning soup, hence the film's name Cat Soup. After saving his sister from death, Nyata's younger sister's soul has been ripped in two. Now, to save her soul, they must both journey from the land of the dead and back to restore her. And finally, our number 1 pick for 2020.
It's entirely his fault. You haven't done anything wrong at all. There. Go away. You know I'm always on your side.
Number 1. Paranoia Agent. To no one's surprise, our number 1 pick is another anime directed by Satoshi Kon, and it's easily the top pick for this list in my opinion. We follow the life of meek and introverted Tsukiko Sagi, a character designer who created one of the most popular icons to come out in her time, a pink dog named Moromi. Amidst the pressure to create another successful mascot, Sagi is walking home late one night and ends up being attacked by an elementary school boy wearing golden inline skates, a baseball cap, and wielding a bent baseball bat. But when 2 police detectives are assigned to her case, they begin to suspect that there isn't much truth to it. That is, until they are given word about a second attack. The attacks continue, and the figure that starts to be known as Little Slugger is soon blamed for a series of assaults. The strangest part of this case? No one can seem to remember this boy's face. This intense psychological thriller is a must-watch anime that may leave you confused, but will not leave you disappointed. Well, that's about it. I hope this list keeps everyone occupied during quarantine. Thank you for watching this video, especially if you got all the way to number 1. I hope you all enjoy some of those picks, and definitely let us know what you thought of them, and let us know what you thought of our list in general, honestly. Did you guys agree with it? You know, what's the craziest anime you ever seen? Did we not list something? I'm sure that there's something we haven't listed. There's so many crazy animes. There were so many to pick from, and I'm sure there's so many that, I haven't heard of, so, this is just what we got. So, please give us anything, because we're always looking for something new and exciting that someone suggests to us to review in our podcast, so stop by sometime or just leave a comment and, let us know if there's anything that we should watch that you guys suggest. It doesn't even have to be crazy, it could just be good or, whatever, or even bad. Give us bad stuff. We like to review bad stuff. So we talk about bad stuff more than we talk about good stuff. Well, not like often wise, but like lengthwise. When we do a podcast and we talk about something bad, we always talk so much longer. Well, all right, everyone. Well, thank you for watching the video again, and don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button to be notified for our next podcast or our next upload. I really enjoyed making this video, and I would really like to do a lot more, so please let me know what you thought of it, and let me know any of your critiques. And for anyone who's interested, our next podcast is on May 30th at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Pacific. I just hit my desk. Cool. Bye.